All right, Lewis.
Appropriately, after talking about water, I'll present ordinance 8, 2010, the Mayor and Commissioners amending chapter 1304 with respect to adjusting water rates and sewer rates for both in-town and out-of-town customers. A copy of this ordinance has been sent to the board, has been checked by our finance director and his staff, and everything appears to be correct and is consistent with the recommendations by the Municipal and Financial Services Group. So I ask the board to accept it for introduction tonight.
Okay, do I have a motion to accept ordinance 8-2010, presented for introduction purposes only?
For introduction purposes, I make the motion.
Second.
Second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
That's the ordinance I have tonight.
Okay, I have a couple things. Resolution R6-2010, request for reinstatement of state shared revenue. MML Director Scott Hancock had asked all 157 towns to pass this resolution to request that this coming year that the people in Annapolis reinstate our police aid and our highway users funds. It's quite long, so I don't know if you want me to read it all or just get a motion to accept that so we can send it to them and hopefully we can get back our money that we've been cut this year. So if I can get a motion to accept Resolution 6-2010, request for reinstatement of state shared revenues.
I will make a motion to accept Resolution R6-2010.
Second.
Second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. I'm going to get that down to him, Lewis. Okay, on the tower, you said we talked about it. Is it coming, status of it? Just, you mentioned a little bit about it. It's almost completed.
The towers, needs finished coats. Once that's done, we'll basically begin cleaning and disinfection inside. But the drainage structure has to be completed outside. So the overflow pipe, it used to have the pipes
They're coming out,
now
yeah.
it goes all the way down. The drainage structure, I think they have a subcontractor building that. And once that's down, they'll start disassembling the finished coat on the outside. They'll disassembling the scaffolding, and it's close. I'd say 2 to 3 weeks tops. 2 weeks maybe actually.
And one other thing, the large diameter well on Frenchtown Road, how's that coming and what are we working on that? I mean,
The
MDE?
The latest information on that is from their water program is that the growth projections that the Maryland Department of Planning have assigned to it or assessed for the town of Elkton will probably be the driving force. So the amount of water allocated under that, all permits are 12 years in length. Consequently, they use the Maryland Department of Planning growth projections over a 12-year period in order to allocate water. I know there was Cynthia Latham, who's my liaison, met with Don Grace, who's the chief of that program, and I have an email into her to explain to ask the status of that. Now I'll get back to the board.
Okay.
It's moving along though, actually, it's going through their system.
Yeah. Okay, the other thing, got some good news from Legit. They were pleased to announce that our response to the primary liability program loss control credit survey has earned the town of Elkton a 5% credit, which equals out to $6,266 towards our liability premium for the year 2010. So that was good that we received some more money to help on that. And then we received Will Mapco as we requested some money for our zoning and subdivision regulations update. And they approved the amount of $35,000 for us to take care of that project for us. And if anybody's noticed, we're going down High Street this morning. The Collins house there was taken down early this morning, so there was no more house up there. If you go by there, you'll see it's just vacant lot right now. So it's been a long time coming, and I think we're all happy that that's gone. It's been a blighted area for the town for quite a few years. I understand, a long time. I think you mentioned about 80 years that thing's been around.
Yes.
So it's been around a long time. So that project is done. Okay. All right, Joe?
I have a couple things. Delaware Avenue, at the last meeting, they were supposed to start on August 2nd. Is that delayed, and if so, why and when? Does anyone know?
That's
I think the last word was to Delegate
Second
Rudolph.
Rudolph, the second.
That was the latest information we had. If I don't see activity down there by the end of the week, I'll send a email down to George Zimber, he's the guy, because I was under the impression it was gonna start this week.
Well, you may want to contact Delegate Rudolph too and see what he knows anything about it. Because he's
He
been,
was the last one we had info.
yeah, because he's been working on this project and he was one of the people that helped us push this project through.
And the other thing I had on our KCI report we received July 30th through email, they mentioned the North Street parking lot, the survey for a failing retaining wall.
The
What
wall,
is-
there's a block wall there that the bottom has come out, so we're going to, Public Works, she did a spec work. Public Works will excavate out there, build a new masonry wall, and then backfill. Not a real big project, but a project we'll handle ourselves rather than hire somebody.
And today we did, the Collins Avenue Street house is down, but I mentioned this in the past. I'd like us to look into an ordinance for blighted areas. We really need to go after and do something. There's empty buildings and boarded up buildings everywhere throughout the town. And I'd really like us to discuss that at a workshop and to do something, put something into an ordinance or see what we can do.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was down to Meadow Park, and I've been down there the last couple of days with the football group, the young kids down at the Meadow Park. Their season's starting again. I know for years and years it's been mentioned, there used to be some football posts, I think, at Meadow Park, if not correctly. Louis, do you remember that?
Way back? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would like to see if we can accommodate the field with the football fields back, I mean, the post back there for the football use, goalposts, yes.
The goalposts
Yes,
up.
because the kids having problems when they do go up to the Elkton High School, they're kicking the field goals, they don't get a chance to practice, but yet there's other schools that have it, and the kids get the opportunity to practice. So that's one thing I would like to suggest, that we try to accommodate them. Also, speaking on that, the Shinnicks, Steve and Tammy, I've spoken about this before, they've been in this program for over 27 years consistently, and I would like to do something to recognize them for their services for the community. I know some people had some different doubts about that, but I'm not trying to pick everybody, but I just thought it was a good thing to recognize them for the community services that they do give. That's over, I think, 600 kids that go through that program, and it's been 27 years, if not more, consistently. I would like to do something for that. And then also, I noticed that not just the football, but soccer and lacrosse and whoever uses that field, I would like to move the porta potties up a little bit closer to the middle, because when they do have to use them, they have to run all the way down and the coaches are looking for them. I'd rather have it in a convenient spot for the kids to be able to use it. So those are my 3 items that I need to talk to.
Charlie?
Mary Jo, I concur with what you just said about the blighted area. And matter of fact, there was a representative from the town of Havre de Grace willing to come to speak with us in reference to what they have done at Havre de Grace, because they've done an outstanding job. And the matter of fact, his name was Patrick Seipel. So, it's up to the board if they want to go that direction to have, somebody else from another neighboring town to come and speak to you. And as I said before, often when you're in this kind of business, maybe you need to beg and borrow something from somebody else to see what they're doing.
This is just on blighted park property, then we could get his advice. Blighted property.
You would get his advice, but also you would also see what they're doing in another area that's similar to ours. And I know certainly in the Havre de Grace, they have gone through what we have, and it doesn't look that way anymore. I mean, between ordinance and what the officials are doing, it's made a great difference in that area. So if you're willing, Michelle can contact them at one of your workshops and get it here.
Yeah,
Great idea.
for the bladed items one, yeah.
Secondly,